This is the 11 o'clock news update, and I'm Tasleema. His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah sent a cable of condolences to His Excellency the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, expressing deep sorrow over the victims of Hurricane Michael, which hit several states, causing huge damage to property and leaving many people dead or injured. His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah sent a cable of condolences to His Excellency the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, expressing deep sorrow over the victims of Hurricane Michael, which hit several states, causing huge damage to property and leaving many people dead or injured. His Highness Sheikh Jaber Al Mubarak Al Hamad Al Sabah, the Prime Minister, also sent a similar cable of condolences. Israeli forces killed 6 Palestinians and injured 12 more today during protests in eastern Gaza near the military fence with Israel. Meanwhile, 10 fires broke out in southern Israel that were sparked by incendiary balloons launched over the border from Gaza as part of the ongoing protests. Thousands of Palestinians protested as part of the March of Return protests that started on March 30th in demand to lift the 11th year of an Israeli blockade on the Gaza Strip and the right of return of refugees in their hometowns. The battle for the key Yemeni port of Hodeidah continued between the Yemeni fighters loyal to Yemen's exiled government and Houthi rebels. The Saudi-led coalition has launched several airstrikes against Houthi positions in Hodeidah in the past few days to help pro-government fighters advance. Meanwhile, tens of thousands of residents have fled the fighting along Yemen's western coastline, where Yemeni fighters, backed by a Saudi-led coalition, are engaged in fierce battles with the Houthis. In other major topic, the Turkish is considering that Turkey's military could soon launch a new operation across the border into northern Syria, in zones held by Syrian Kurdish fighters. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's statement is renewing a threat to expand Turkey's military operations into areas east of the Euphrates River held by US-backed Syrian Kurds. Turkey launched incursion into Syria in 2016 and 2018 into areas west of the Euphrates, pushing the IS militant group as well as Syrian Kurdish fighters from the border area. South Korean President Moon Jae-in said the Korean North leader Kim Jong-un intends to abolish all nuclear weapons, materials and facilities to achieve complete denuclearization. He's urged the US to consider nuclear-armed North Korea's demands for a declaration that is over. Moon said that declaring the war is a political declaration that the US would end decades of hostile relations with the North. British Finance Minister Philip Hammond said that Brexit negotiations with the European Union have accelerated and become more positive over the past week, though significant hurdles remain. The EU side has indicated progress on future management of the 500-kilometre-long border, but diplomats in Brussels signalled the lifespan of any such emergency frontier fix was still not agreed. Negotiations were also sparring over whether that would cover Northern Ireland or mainland Britain as well. And finally, the International Monetary Fund Managing Director Christine Lagarde has warned countries against engaging in both trade and currency wars, saying this would hurt global growth and imperil innocent bystanders. Lagarde said central bank rate increases, such as those by the policy-setting US Federal Reserve, were justified by fundamentals. Lagarde also said that world leaders should fix global trading systems instead of tearing them down in response to rising nationalist and protectionist impulses. That's all the news. Thank you for joining us and have a good evening.